there, it's T-Mac, and today we're going to make a fire starting kit, just kind of like the one I used in the flint and steel fire making. During that flint and steel fire video, I know I told everybody I'd show them how to make char cloth, and that's been, I think, 2 years ago, and I never got around to it. But I got this tin here, and it actually held a wallet. My wife and kids got me a wallet, a camouflage wallet, and this had a camo pattern on it in front of it. And so I just chucked this in the fire, like I took it apart, chucked it in the fire, and burned everything off of it, because you don't want any oils or nothing in there, because that'll mess up your char cloth. And I'm just going to take this, and this is going to be a self-contained fire starting kit, made out of, you know, stuff I already have. This is the wallet tin, burn off, and all I'm going to do, this is an old shirt that I need to get rid of. That's just tore to shreds, so I'm just going to tear some pieces of this off. And we're going to make that into our char cloth. It don't matter how big the pieces are, because after you've turned it into char cloth, it breaks apart real easy, and you can just take out whatever chunk you need. Char cloth to me is the best form of fire starting there is. You can rub a couple sticks together and make fire in several ways, but I've never tried it because it just looks like too much of a pain in the butt. And as long as I got the materials for this around, not saying that ain't something you need to know, but nah, not for me. Basically all we're doing here is we're cooking this without oxygen, which is what flame needs, is oxygen. And it's just going to be charred cloth that catches a spark real easy, hopefully. Alright, so we got that full. I'm going to close this up. And I noticed that the bottom is kind of flimsy. Like it ain't all one solid piece. So I'm thinking it's going to have some aeration there. But if not, you can either put a hole in the top, or I'm going to crack this corner just a hair. Put this in the fire. It doesn't have to be a raging fire. A little small fire, lots of coals, just to heat that inside up. And while that's cooking, we'll get the rest of our components together. Alright, so you've got your container. It's making the char cloth. All you need now is a striker. This is nothing fancy right here. All this is a broken file. Had a file, it's all gummed up, it doesn't file anymore, pretty useless. So I just squeezed it in the vise, hit it with the hammer, and knocked a chunk off about that big. Then I took it over to the bench grinder and I ground a flat spot on the back, because all the way around these files it's jagged, and you don't want that at all. So I got a flat spot right there on the back of this file. That's what I'm going to use to throw my spark. And as far as rocks go, I live on a flint rock ledge, pretty much. There's a ridge that runs through this property, and you can't dig down very far without running the flint rock. And I might take this one. Make sure it ain't hot. And that rock right there has already got a sharp point. And I'm getting a little spark off of that. What you're actually doing is you're shaving metal off the back of this. And I'm getting some good spark here. So there's a rock we can use. Alright. You don't just want to take it out of the fire and open it up, because it could go ahead and, once that oxygen hits that inside there, it could be hot enough to ignite, and every bit of your char cloth gone. So we're gonna let that cool before we open it up. Well, it sure had something funky in it. Kind of grease in there. See how it works. It isn't totally cooked black, but it's pretty dark. Probably should have checked out and see what that shirt was made of. There it goes. That's our, ow! See it burning? That's char cloth. That stuff's still smoldering. There you go. That's how you make char cloth. You're just burning cloth without oxygen, no fire. We have our char cloth in there, some rocks we found, and a rock we found and just splintered it. Toss those in there. Put your steel in there. Ready-made container. Now you still don't want to get this stuff wet, just like a lighter or anything like that. You don't want to get it wet. Now, as you can tell, it kind of wobbles around in there. What I would do is pack all that stuff up to one side and then get some dry grass and just pack it in there so it's real tight. And that right there can go and fit in your bag anywhere, and you have a ready to go fire starting kit that is almost as good as it can get. This kind of stuff right here could potentially save your life sometime, and it's just knowledge that you can keep. And as always, you know, knowledge doesn't weigh very much and it's easy to carry. So God bless, and I'll see you next time. For tons more videos, go to our YouTube channel, Wild for the Outdoors. You can also see them at www.wildfortheoutdoors.com, and be sure to visit our online store. And don't forget to go to Facebook, like us, share us with your friends, and hey, remember, it's your God-given duty to manage this land.